Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a very interesting situation, I would say, involving some new alleged information for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 4. And this information comes courtesy of what is allegedly a new magazine scan for the Ninjago magazine, and it also involves the alleged episode titles and descriptions for Season 4 that we got a few days ago. All of this is seemingly connecting together, but does it actually mean that all of this is real? Let's talk about it. Now, this is the magazine scan in question. A few folks were asking me about this, asking if it's real or not. Well, let's take a closer look here and let's talk about the info that we have surrounding this scan. So zooming in a little bit closer here, we have pretty much a recap of Season 3 Part 2, I guess leading into Season 4. So we have this segment. Rass's evil plans have landed Kai, Jay, and Nia in the dangerous land of monsters, with Kai saying, "I remember this place well." And again, by the way, this has been translated apparently from German to English, so that would explain the Google translated text everywhere. Then we have this segment. Meanwhile, Wildfire, Sora, Frack, and Ryu are stranded in the land of the Eternals. Okay, more on that here in a second too. And finally, Aaron and Lloyd are stranded in the Twisted Forest, where Lloyd tries to regain his powers, with Lloyd saying, "We will find the way home." And yes, obviously this does call back to the episode titles and descriptions that we talked about a little while ago, coming at us from a French cinema website or something like that. That website also mentioned things like the Land of Monsters and the Twisted Forest, so naturally, again, with this magazine scan, that would back up this French website being more credible, right? Well, I mean, not necessarily, because this could always just be another fake piece of information building off of a fake piece of information. Again, with these episode titles and descriptions, someone could have easily made these up just based on everything that we've heard about Dragons Rising Season 4 so far. Obviously just making things up and filling in the gaps where things are needed, but again, anyone could have written these right now based on what we know about Season 4 and how Season 3 Part 2 ended. Going back to this alleged magazine scan, again, it would be very easy to fake this, just given the information that we got from the French website, which could also be fake. Would not be surprised if someone made up the descriptions and then made this magazine scan just to make it seem like the descriptions are more legit. Again, though, with that in mind, some of this could totally still happen. Like Kai, Nia, and Jay being in the Land of Monsters, that could totally still be the case, just based on the fact that a lot of people have been theorizing that the location is indeed the Land of Monsters. A lot of people are suspecting that, a lot of people are theorizing that, so naturally, if someone were to incorporate it into a fake leak or a fake piece of information, nobody would bat an eye, because that's what everyone expects. Like I said though, this scan also just seemingly pieces in random bits of information with no particular source. What exactly is the Land of the Eternals? Where exactly does that come from? Same thing with the Twisted Forest. I know the Twisted Forest was mentioned again in those episode descriptions, but that could have totally been made up for the descriptions for whoever wrote those. They could have just utilized again what the descriptions said. One fake bit of information is assisting another fake bit of information. Now, there are a few reasons why I say this magazine scan is most likely fake. I'm very much theorizing right now that it's not real. First of all, the images are edited into this very sloppily. The white border does not fully match up with some of these screenshots here, and you can see gaps between the image and the border. Again, not the most clean Photoshop job, all things considered. Plus, not to mention, the pictures themselves are rather distorted, with Nia's eye being missing in this part of the screenshot, not to mention the speech bubbles being mangled too. Sometimes Google Translate will manipulate the images a little bit, but not to this level. With the speech bubbles as well, very much looks like MS Paint in my opinion, which is definitely not a good sign. I know the magazines sometimes have these cheap Photoshop jobs in them, but I feel like this one is a little bit too obviously fake. Plus, not to mention, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, from what folks have told me, apparently this comes from an issue of the Ninjago magazine that came out in August. So you mean to tell me that this came came out a month ago and nobody's talked about it. Nobody's seen this until just now, and obviously that would have been before season 3 part 2 came out as well, so this magazine just casually spoiled the end of season 3 part 2 a month before it came out and nobody noticed. Yeah, not so sure if I buy that personally. Now, with that being said, I can't say for sure if this magazine scan is fake, but I'd be lying if I said there weren't a whole bunch of red flags here. Same thing with the French episode titles and descriptions as well. Again, anyone could have easily just made those up, and anyone could have easily made this magazine scan just, again, using the descriptions and filling in gaps where needed with just random nonsense. So in my opinion, I think this is very much fake. I don't consider this to be real in the slightest, just because there are too many red flags here. Could it be real? Sure, but I'm more so leaning towards it being fake. I can't say 100% that it's fake, but I'm 95% sure. Which, if it is fake, can we just not make these fake scans or fake leaks anymore? I honestly don't understand what the goal is in making fake pieces of information. Is it just to fool Ninjago fans? Is it just because people want to drum up fake hype? Like, I just don't understand. Like, what's the goal here? Are we that bored as a community now where we need to just fake information constantly? I mean, sure, people will talk about the information, but it's not like people won't be skeptical, you know, especially with how many fake leaks and fake information has been out there just this year alone. Very much seems like it's ramping up, and I really wish it would stop. I mean, come on, like, what are we doing? Like, what's the point? Like, I genuinely don't get it. But with that being said, everyone, that's going to pretty much do it for my thoughts here. Again, just wanted to talk about this magazine scan, allegedly, for a Dragons Rising magazine, again, allegedly having some information for season 4. Again, I personally think it's fake. I did receive a few messages, a few emails from folks asking me to talk about it, asking me to give my thoughts. Hopefully this video made my thoughts very apparent surrounding this scan. I certainly don't believe it to be necessarily real, but leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. What exactly do you think about all of this? Do you think it could be real? Do you think it could be fake? What are the odds of it being real or fake? Again, do you see the red flags like I do? In my opinion, just way too many red flags. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave all of your thoughts, theory, speculation down below, and I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.